You mean, of course, the 2-year Werner rankings ladder. Big safe single 20 needed.
85.
Well, that is better than busting. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Double 10. That's probably helped him.
60.
It was a clear target and he couldn't find it. So an opportunity now for Hybrex to go 3-1 up and put Bully Boy in a world of trouble.
Game shot.
And he finds it. He is under stress.
Sometimes it's not just about hitting the target, it's about how you throw them, how you feel. And that tops really did look very stretched there for Michael Smith. Not the fluent throw that we're seeing here on the treble 20. And certainly, if he is feeling it a little bit, he won't want to turn around and see what Kim Hybrex is doing here. He's in the red again.
180.
3 180s for Kim compared to just one from Bully Boy, 2 in the same leg. You know what that means. Kim Hybrex is on a 9-darter. He's very much off it now.
See that, though, there from Kim. No reaction whatsoever. Right now, the only thing he cares about is winning this leg, putting himself a leg away, and getting full control of this game, which 60. He'll do if he can find this double 16.
And what a setup shot that was. Double 16 for Kim. It's a 10-dart leg to put Kim Hybrex on the verge of beating Michael Smith.
Super darts there from Michael Smith. That's the scoring power when he needs it. And Kim Hybrex now, that's back-to-back visits where he's came up dry. Michael Smith needs 2 breaks a throw. He'll be expecting it's going to be 1 here.
66.
Again, very stretchy on those high doubles.
To win in style. Oh, he's going tops. And he can't quite get it. That would have been a flashy way to end Michael Smith's hopes for today.
Game shot.
But double 3 is pinned.
Well, Ratajski is out. That is one of the big names in the chasing pack gone in the early stages. And Kim Hybrex is 204 points away now, 6 darts in hand from dispatching another one of those big runners and riders for the Winter Gardens.
140.
The setup play is perfect.
98.
Well, Smith has taken this check out twice already. Can Hybrex join him? He most certainly can, and Kim Hybrex has beaten Michael Smith for the 13th time in his career. It is all on tomorrow for Bully Boy if he wants to go to Blackpool for the World Match Play. He's probably going to have to make at least the final to extend his run of consecutive match play appearances. The standard raised towards the end of that game. Kim Hybrex, a good performance from him at 95 average. Nearly half of his doubles were pinned as well. Bully Boy's in trouble. He has lost 6-4.
You don't just play the tournament. When you're safe, when everything's going well, you just play what's in front of you. And I guarantee right now, Jose is not playing Players' Championship number 20 here in Leicester. He's playing the Order of Merit. And with that,
77.
you just see the events tick away and just one by one disappear. An opportunity doesn't last forever.
Well, didn't need to go 12 and bullseye. Instead, he's gone treble 12, double 13. Thank you very much. A 12-dart leg for Jose de Souza.
Yeah, what a year he had that year, Michael Barnard. One of those players that was using the systems and the tours, playing both the Pro Tour and the Challenge Tour at the time, and the confidence of which he was gaining from success on the Challenge Tour, coming across into the Pro Tour. Very, very dangerous player that year.
Barton's left on a bogey number.
140.
We talk about Jose's counting. Andy's never been the most proficient with the numbers.
98.
Bradley Brooks has completed the job against Callum Ridd, averaging 117.5. All calves will be doffed to Bam Bam.
40.
That's what he was doing at Q School, wasn't it? Those real big powered displays.
Double 4 for Barton.
Game shot.
And the game is levelled up.
Good reactive play here for both. Very little to decide. Look at those, right on the wire.
90.
Rescues it again with a last. Andy Barton's just a treble required to get a dart at the double for the match. He's already had a couple.
Oh, what a find that was. Double 14.
80.
That's 4 match darts that Andy Barton's has missed. Jose should get 2. He opts for double 18. Good guide, surely.
Game
and
shot.
there ends
and
the match. Jose de Souza thanks his lucky stars. A game that began in farcical fashion. Jose de Souza won the first leg. We didn't know what dart he'd hit, but he went on to go and complete the job. A 6-5 win for de Souza. 4 match darts were missed by Andy Barton's. He needs to win games like that if he's to preserve his tour status for 2026. But it's Jose de Souza who got the job done, 6-5.
From the first 6 darts, you've got to start thinking of that setup play. Do I use the 17s if I'm going to switch?
180.
Where do I move around the board to get myself to my favourite double? In Josh Rock's case, he just ploughs in a big score and I'll just take out whatever's left.
First 180 for Josh Rock, and in that World Cup final
100.
against Wales, it felt like he hit about 30,000 of them on his own. Every leg was started with a Josh Rock 180.
134.
On an 11 darter here.
$96.
Double 16.
Game
Double
shot.
8 will do nicely, and this is an ominous start from Josh Rock, man who's already taken glory in Leicester on the Players' Championship circuit this year.
Takes the leg, and if you think this is a good performance, it is. Josh Rock is averaging 107.36. Bieletsky, you can see, doing very little wrong. Averaging just shy of a ton himself, but been restricted to mere crumbs.
4 consecutive legs where Josh Rock has hit a 180. How about this from Josh Rock?
180.
Kim Huybrechts threatened one in our first match. He hit 6 perfect darts.
99.
Can Rock go 3 better? Treble 19. Leaves double 12. Josh Rock with perfection here in Leicester. It is a 9-dart finish from a man playing at the very top of his game. The World Cup winner hits a 9-darter. Say well played, mate. That was special. Can it end with a ton plus checkout? Not this time.
65.
Josh Rock has won all 4 of their previous meetings on the development tour circuit.
16.
Can't quite get the job done in this senior contest. He will be back to take out tops.
47. Game shot.
Ruthlessly brilliant from Rocky.
Rock.
A 9-dart finish along the way to a 6-1 victory against Sebastian Białecki, who was swept aside by Josh Rock, averaging just short of 110. That 141 checkout was another 9-darter for Josh Rock in what is turning out to be a pretty special year for the Northern Irishman. He is a World Cup winner, and if he continues to play like that, he could be a Players' Championship winner once again in 2025. Josh Rock has beaten Białecki 6 legs to 1.
The bonuses, though. He'd be £1,000 richer by that point.
46.
There's a change of equipment here as well for Nathan Rafferty. That's not what he was throwing with a moment ago.
No, he was throwing with darts that had bright green flights, but
140.
changed to black ones now. Different darts entirely.
Different length. They are longer. They look a completely different grip pattern.
140.
And because of the length of the dart, that's going to change the balance point of the dart as well. Which I'm guessing he's done this so he can just get more fingers on the tungsten.
43.
Number 1 seed, Martin Schindler, is out. Losing 6-3 to Adam
59.
Lipscomb, who was a surprise finalist in Hildesheim earlier this year. How about double 8 for Jitse van der Waal? Wonderful check out of 136, puts him 2-0 up. I'm just checking, there wasn't a 9 darter in there, but his worst leg was a 14 darter.
180.
Van der Waal beginning to showcase his talents. Back-to-back legs that have featured 180s. He's on a 12 darter.
45.
Always had the feel, didn't you, of a game that just 2 good legs would be enough to separate the pair, and having the nose in front, having the confidence that would come with that. And that might be about to happen here for Van der Waal.
Game shot.
On that practice board, and that's the key, under observation. There's no point in just trying to work it out on feel, trial and error, or recalled information. The answer to this needs to be given in real time. Because it's changed again. He's gone back to the darts he was playing the game with, finds a 180, and maybe now will regret that decision.
92.
His head must be all over the place if he's changing darts with such regularity.
98.
He's on the brink of defeat. Jitse van der Waal eyes up double 8 for a very valuable win. Taking his time, well within his rights to do so. Trying to G himself up, hits double 8, first time of asking. It was a fairly scruffy encounter between Van der Waal and Nathan Rafferty, but the Dutchman had enough to get the job done. There was a sprinkling of good scores throughout, 4 180s compared to just 1 from Nathan Rafferty. He had a little bit too much in the tank. Make no mistake, he'll have to up his level when he takes on Josh Rock in round 2. But for now, he's got money in the bank, a win on the board. Van der Waal beats Rafferty 6-4.
$128.
Switches to the 18s. He's a very creative user of the board. Is Bergh. Jeffrey might have to be the same here. Goes to the bullseye.
65.
Double 20 would have left the big fish.
$140.
Always plays with a real snarl on his face. He's got that energy and intensity.
60.
Even in these tournaments where there's no Dirk walk-on to deafen everyone's ears. Double top for a 14-dart start. How about 15?
Game shot.
That will do very nicely. Dirk van Dijvenbode with an early break of throw against Jeffrey de Graaf.
Yeah, it's a tremendous opportunity, isn't it, to make it to the biggest tournament in
100.
darts. Dirk, well, his vision is rather more short-sighted. He's looking at titles today. Is he going to go the double-double route? Well, again, it's a safe one.
91.
He'll expect to be back, though, for 4-1.
Indeed he will.
60.
Been erratic finishing from both players so far.
Game shot.
Not perfect, but it will do. It's another break of throw for Bergh, who's 4-1 up. And this game is quickly unravelling for Jeffrey de Graaf.
And de Graaf now, well, he's got to get 2 trebles. There's one of them. Well, he's an outside chance.
Double eights.
88.
2 match darts. Oh, now then. Oh, this will be brutal from de Graaf. Oh,
Game
that
shot.
is magnificent. Van Dijvenbode misses another match dart, and de Graaf steps in with a 1-6-1, a sporting fist bump from Dirk. But that was brilliant from the Swede. That's the first objective here. Nice. Very good.
180.
Dirk will get another shot at the match.
$58.
Nightmare trebleless visit from Jeffrey de Graaf. 156 for Dirk.
98.
That last start somewhat saved the visit there, didn't it? He's just hit a 1-6-1. Surely he's not going to hit a 1-5-8. No, he's not. So Dirk will get more match darts.
96.
Missed 2 already.
Game shot.
But it's third time lucky for Dirk van Dijvenbode, who beats his fellow Dutchman Jeffrey de Graaf by 6 legs to 3. In terms of the scoring, it was de Graaf who came to the party with 5 180s compared to 3 from Dirk. But the finishing from both players wasn't particularly good. Dirk took advantage of the opportunities that came his way. And even though there were plenty of misses at the outer ring, an average of 100.75 suggests that today may be Dirk van Dijvenbode's day. He's beaten Jeffrey de Graaf by 6 legs to 3.
$98.
Should look at the bullseye.
153.
It's just as good.
$72.
I would have fancied that price. But after a lovely setup shot, Nick Kenny maybe deserves a go at this. And he gets it right in the corner. It's 1-1. It's great though, isn't it? I could give you 10 picks of the winner at the start of every one of these, and you wouldn't be confident, would you? Even if you've got the best 10 players here, you still wouldn't be confident you're going to get a victory. But that's the beauty of them.
Well, 10 picks, and 8 of them could lose in round 1.
180.
Well, Nick Kenny had a glorious opportunity to break in the last leg. He's now facing the prospect of being broken himself.
$100.
Yeah, crucial period in the game, wasn't it? That double 16 missed. And that is a wayward dart. That means Price is going to get 3 goes at tops for a 4-2 lead.
41. Game shot.
There's a contrasting styles here as well, but Nick Kenny's still in there fighting.
$100.
Can he take out the 1-2-1 then to stay in it? Treble 17. Not really anywhere near. And that might be
53.
It. Price to win it needs 80.
Doesn't like it. Has to navigate that block of dart. Now one dart at tops for the
60.
match.
He has struggled, hasn't he, on tops in this match? Double 18 to move within one and stay in the Players' Championship event.
32.
He bent the wire, but it didn't go in. And is that it for Nick Kenny?
Going Price
Game
could have won
shot
this
and the
9-0.
match.
Instead,
Going
he
Price.
will settle for 6-3. It is Price who overcomes Kenny in the all-Welsh battle here at the Mattioli Arena. The finishing wasn't great from Gerwyn Price, as you can see. 13 missed darts at double, but he kept creating opportunities for himself. Nick Kenny squandered opportunities to break the throw. The fifth leg in particular is one he might look back on, but it's Gerwyn Price who is through to round 3.
Cross.
180.
Well, that was as tight a 180 as you're going to get to that right-hand bottom corner.
I think when you assess the performances of Dave Chisnall, though, that's probably the thing that's dried up a little bit.
180.
Was always one of the biggest 180 hitters in the world, but the ratio of 180s to legs over time has just reduced very slightly.
$119.
Oh, it was a nice setup, but couldn't get the double. This would be a handy finish for Chisnall to take out here. Looking down the board. Now he's looking at treble 14. He's got it. So back up for tops. Well, that is brilliant. One at the bottom, one in the middle, and one at the top for Dave Chisnall, who leads 2-0. Wow. Astronomical numbers there.
$180.
This has been the best version of Dave Chisnall I've witnessed for a while.
Agree. Power scoring of Dave Chisnall.
180.
Vintage.
Mentioned that Cross is a breakdown, but in effect he's 2 breaks down because Chisnall would have the deciding throw in the deciding leg, wouldn't he? So work for Cross to do. Tops, he's gone here, and tops he gets. Nicely played by Rob Cross. He's back within 2.
We only require the 1 treble to get the dart at the outer ring. Plenty of work still to do, and Rob Cross applying the pressure.
$133.
Well, it's a good layup, but is it in vain? Chisnall to keep this run against Rob Cross going. He's looking at 107. Not in.
19, yeah.
He's going treble 16 for tops. He's missed it. He's missed
29.
it. And that's a horrible visit from Chisnall, and that allows Cross in for the match-winning visit.
Choices. Almost can't believe he's in this position. Can't believe the opportunity that he's got. He's double 16.
$18.
Match starts have been missed by Rob Cross, and Chisnall might be regretting that last visit because he might only get 1 at a double himself here. Treble 18 the target. He's got it. He's going to get 2 darts for the match, or he should get 2 darts for the match.
54 score.
He's just checking his score. Rob Cross, hands in pockets, looks on. Will the Chisnall dominance continue? No, not
66.
yet. Both players have had 2 darts for the match and both have missed.
Rob Cross put his darts down, probably thought Dave Chisnall was going to get the job done. Dave Chisnall dodged a match start in his opening game. Maybe could have got away with it there. 2 darts missed by Rob Cross. Dave Chisnall had a couple of his own, was unable to get over the line. But it is the big score line of which Dave Chisnall has given away there. He was 4-1 ahead against Rob Cross before Rob Cross completely turned that around. Nothing really to separate the two in the averages, but it's Rob Cross who goes through to the last 16.
The big fish to get Dobie on his way. Not going to happen.
42.
And it's another loose visit from Dobie. This is the 3rd successive leg. Someone's been having a poke at 1-2-4. Gurney can't find a treble to get him to the bull.
92.
But he is going to be handy on double 16. So Dobie under big pressure here. Another one of those.
88.
It's not happening, is it, for Hollywood at the moment?
He's not being given too much wiggle room here because Daryl Gurney been clinical, consistent. Doesn't like the way that has lied. He's just shuffled across slightly to the left here. May go for the top end of the bed. That was the target.
Game shot.
Oh, and he's found a way through those 2. That is an exceptional dart there for Daryl Gurney. What you don't want is don't want games where you just breeze your way through the first couple of rounds, because then you think, well, it's going to get harder, and you're waiting for it. You're expecting it to come.
125.
It's much easier when you just get it from the off. When you're winning, it's great. You go, that's how I wanted the day to pan out.
100.
This for a breaker throw on 4-0. Good dart, really good dart.
88.
Move the wire, he may be back, but Dobie looking at Shanghai to get a first leg on the board.
Doesn't like that. Worried about the flight, which is why he's shuffled across. He's going to have to move again. Goes back to the original set position. Big dart, big mo, big find for Chris Dobie. We'll be hoping to find a couple of trebles here and leave him a very gettable out.
$61.
This for a level game then. That's single 3, I think, isn't it? He's missed the bull and the outer bull altogether.
Well, this is becoming a bit of a mess here for Chris Dobie. Doesn't rescue the situation with the last dart. And Daryl Gurney here, if he can find a score, may fancy his chances, and that is inviting. Goes to the left to throw at the base of the barrel.
I'm not sure he could see 60. A lot of that, but he felt he had to go for it. Dobie, though, not guaranteed a go here. He's going double 18, double 18, and there's one of them. Oh, there's the second. Bit of class from Chris Dobie. We're all level at 4 legs apiece.
$60. $57. $180.
What a lake of darts this is. 3 maximums in it. And Dobie with a great visit, but it might not be enough. 81 for Gurney then, and a place in the quarterfinals. 12's the target. hits the treble, double 13 for the match for Daryl Gurney, and Daryl Gurney finishes in style. That was a very, very impressive performance from Gurney. Racing to a 3-0 lead. Dobie hit back to level up before the Northern Irishman won 3 of the last 4 legs. 97.43 the average. 5 maximums in there. 40% on the double. Gurney's through to face Heta, beating Dobie by 6 legs to 4.
$180.
That chance stamped out very quickly there due to the second maximum of Stephen Bunting. Looking to gain some control here, but we have been reminded
95.
within the last hour that a score of 3-0 doesn't mean job done.
Absolutely not. Far from it as well.
100. $120.
So near yet so far.
Game shot.
Responding to those real big haymaker blows with one of his own.
102.
Well, that would have been good, but that was only the whole throw. This could be seismic in the context of this contest. Not going to get the shot, though.
57.
For Smith for his first leg on the board. He has missed starts in the last couple of legs as well.
21.
Starting to add up now, and they're starting to get to Ross Smith. He's starting to get frustrated because it's not been a lot of missed starts at doubles, but he's had them in multiple legs. The scoreline could be level, it could be different, it could be Ross Smith ahead. Instead, it is 4-0 to Stephen Bunting with 2 breaks of throw. Is that a glimmer of hope? But it almost just seemed like a slight act of defiance, didn't it, that from Ross Smith? Maybe the reaction showing as well that he doesn't firmly believe he's going to go turn this one around. And even a maximum here wouldn't leave him a finish. So plenty of time for Stephen Bunting now to get the job done.
97.
Yeah, and it was as a result of Bunting missing, was he? Had multiple efforts to win the match. Might win it in style here with a 140 out. He might do. Double 10 for a 6-1 win. Another match start being and gone for the bullet.
And goes back to that double 5. It'd be interesting to see if he goes straight for it this time. Pulled it low on the last occasion. May up to split.
85.
Well, he's had multiple visits to win it. And he is splitting. Double 4 for a place in the semi-finals. And Stephen Bunting is through once again. Ross Smith will be disappointed with multiple missed opportunities early in the game. Look at that, 1 from 10 for Smith on the doubles, an average of 88 for Bunting, 42.9%. 3 180s, an average of 97.36. He's through to the semi-finals.
Not only that, to get a nice bit of prize money into the bank account before the season really gets underway.
140.
Yeah, ranking prize money as well.
85.
Doesn't have to go bullseye. Double 8 is instead the option. And he takes it. A 12 darter for Damon Heta.
Can't remember him missing with that opening dart.
140.
Exceptional from Heta.
$81.
Perfect again.
140.
Back to back to back 140s.
Relentless.
80.
Double 12.
Game shot.
This is world-class stuff from Damon Heta, who's now 4-0 up against Gerwin Price. He's running into a whirlwind performance.
$180.
Incredibly, that's Heta's first maximum, despite the fact he's been averaging in the 110s all match.
180.
2 for Price.
$140.
Once again, leaves 1-2-2.
125. $54.
Has to hit treble 17. And does. What a recovery this would be.
Game
Topsy's
shot.
there. Gerwin Price breaks the throw, and Damon Heta was more than halfway towards victory, and in the space of a few minutes, momentum may have shifted.
$140. $171.
Magical stuff from Damon Heta. Price needs a treble.
58.
Comes up dry, so Heta has time. But the way he's been playing, he might not need it. Treble 20 for double top.
Game shot. $100.
He's already had 111 data with an 81 checkout.
99.
Another one here would book his place in the final. Instead, he'll have to go 12. Now the bullseye. Damon Heta finally pins it, and with it, gets through to the final of Players' Championship 20. It was a quality encounter. Gerwin Price was always chasing. He can afford to have a smile because he knows he's been beaten by a truly world-class display from the Australian. An average of just over 109. Every facet of his game was working. Damon Heta will compete for the final in Players' Championship 20, looking to double up his tally on the floor this year. Stephen Bunting or Rob Cross await.
Working with a psychologist, a sports psychologist in that situation would all be about picking out the positives, because yes, he's lost those finals and he's not won the titles, but he's getting to the final, which in this field, in the elite of the sport, that is a very big positive in itself. And that's how you get more positivity, when you build on the things that are working for you. Build on the positivity. In every single situation, you should always be able to find a positive. And that's a positive there in the final for Damon Heta. 109 checkout to get his first leg on the board.
$180.
Relentless, isn't it?
Really good rhythm as well here for Damon Heta. You see now, once again, back in that zone, 99. Head down at the back. This is where Damon Heta really produces his best, where he just gets lost in the game.
Ball for a break, and he couldn't get it. So Bunting to level up.
20, yeah.
Tops he needs for a level game.
40.
And that is over the top.
Game shot.
And the pattern here continue in regards to runs of legs. Stephen Bunting went 2-0 up. Damon Heta wins the next 4.
$60.
Well, he's thinking there, Bunting, if he gets a max, he'll be on a finish, won't he? Still thinking the right thoughts. And he delivers the right darts. He has left that 164.
$180.
Trouble is, Damon Heta piles in another max.
Just relentless, isn't it,
60.
from Damon Heta? Quality, consistency on that treble 20. Doesn't find the 25 though, so we'll only be getting the one dart here at the double. That's all he needs.
Shot.
That's 5 on the spin now for Damon Heta.
That does two things in the mental battle that's going on. One, it gives you confidence and you know you're getting out at the back end of legs. The other thing it does is it really impacts your opponent where you think, I can't give him a shot. He's just taking everything.
180.
So the way to stop Damon Heta having opportunities is to pile in the big maximums.
180.
I'm at that 6 in the last 6 legs for Heta. Bunting's at it again. Well, he's hit a 9-darter. He's missed double 12 for a 9-darter, and now he's on a 9-darter again.
It's been a day that's been peppered with 9-darters here in Leicester.
57.
We could be about to add another.
Not quite. Not quite.
105.
Well, he's on double 18 after 9. He might not get a go at it. He might not get a go at it. Oh, I expected that to go in.
139.
And Bunting here to break the Heta throws, looking at 2 18s.
Game shot.
Fair play. He was 6-2 down in the semi. He was 6-2 down in the final. He's got a little bit more breathing space here because it is a race to 8, of course. It will. What can Bunting leave? Can he put more pressure on?
86.
It's the wrong side of the wire. This end for glory. Oh, that was a wild one.
Actually worked out okay, that last start for Stephen Bunting. Hit the flight on the way in. Did carry him into the treble
86.
3, which leaves him on a much more gettable finish here. 2 darts at the target he's been throwing at for the entirety of the game. Only needs to find the 1 treble to give himself a dart at the leg. He finds it. It's going to be double 5.
Game shot.
What can you say about this guy? What can you say about him? Every time you think you've got him, he comes back with more. Heta on throw then, still leads by 2. Got to get a treble.
54.
Advantage Heta. We'll get first poke. Maybe feel he's got 6 here.
105.
Well, he's down to a more manageable finish. If Bunting was to deliver this 167, it would be a fairy tale finish here. But right now, given what he's been through in the last half an hour, he must feel he's unbeatable. But he's not going to go out, so Damon Heta will get darts to win the tournament here.
100.
Needs the green bit, hasn't found it, so it's only going to be 1 dart.
46 left, yeah.
Checks his score. Damon Heta to win the title, and
Game
Damon Heta does win the title.
Damon Heta.
The emotion comes out of him for Stephen Bunting. He couldn't quite complete another miraculous comeback. And I think the look on his face there said it all. Bunting has been through the mill, defied Rob Cross, but he couldn't keep out Damon Heta. Heta holding throw in the decider. Look at that, 61.5% on the doubles, 98.86 Highest checkout of 109. Another brilliant day for Stephen Bunting, but he has been denied in the final. Back-to-back final defeats for Bunting, who lost in Poland at the weekend, but it's joy for Damon Heta, who picks up his second Players' Championship event of the season.